Okay, I just want to be very clear to devote a video to this. In particular, the source material I'm using does not require rings to have multiplicative identity. And while that's fine, I don't think that it serves necessarily the general student in an Intro to Abstract Algebra course. Um, so the rings that don't have identity usually are in the realm of functional analysis, where you have these sort of these functions on some unbounded space, and you need convergence of some integrals. And so if you allow identity, that function doesn't converge because it's unbounded. The integral of that function, or its square, or whatever you're computing, doesn't converge because it's unbounded. So I'm going to make a slight addendum to our definition of a ring. So from here on out, a ring R is a set with two binary operations, plus or addition, and times or multiplication, such that we have some axioms addition must satisfy. And I'm not going to rehash all of them. I'm just going to say associativity, commutative, it has an identity, so a 0, and it has inverses, additive inverses. So you can have a notion of a subtraction. And here's where we're going to do a modification to our last video. So 5, it should have associative multiplication, and it should have a multiplicative identity. So our additive identity is 0R, our multiplicative identity is 1R. And then, of course, we solve our distributive axioms. So left distributive and right distributive. And let me just point out what this does. So this rules out things like 2z as a ring. So 2z is not a ring, because 2z does not have an identity. However, when 1 through 5, and then 7 and 8 are satisfied, we will call R a Rng. That is, there's no I here, so there's not necessarily identity. So in particular, this tells us things like 2z is a Rng, or a ring, but it's not a ring because we're missing that identity. Okay, so just a slight clarification from here on out. Whenever we write rings, the I is going to tell us that we should have an identity, and the absence of an I will tell us that there is not necessarily an identity.